I need a quick confirmation if my voice is audible and if my screen is visible to everyone. Yeah, thank you for that quick confirmation. All right, let's get started. So the next topic for the day is visualize app data with reports. So far we learned about the two different components, right? To build an application, there are we have four components. In that we saw two components, which is form and the workflow. So form, you guys know, it is the main component where it will allows your application and user to interact, right? And talking about the workflow will help you in avoiding the all the manual and the repetition tasks by just simply automating all the different tasks, right? Now the next component is reports. So you guys know, right? Once you submit the data, you would like to view your data, right? View all of the data to get an insight from there and to view the information, right? So for this we have the report component. So within the report there are different types of reports available. So all this we will be discussing in this particular topic. So agenda for this particular topic is going to be, we will be talking about the types of reports in Creator and the report capabilities, report customization, report properties, and then we'll be delving into the live demonstration, right? So as I mentioned earlier, report will help you in visualize all your data. So it is the place where you can view all the different set of data at one glance. Now, talking about the types of report, we have totally 8 different reports. So, starting with the one, we have list report. So, list is the default report that we have in Creator. And then we have pivot chart, pivot table, spreadsheet, Kanban, are the different types of report. Now, uh, now talking about the reports, how does it will help us? How it will help us? So it will help us in visualizing the data. It will help us in modifying the report, and also it will help us in analyzing the information, analyzing the data or the information. Right now, let us see how effectively it will visualize the data. So for example, let's take a car service center, right? So this is the default report that will be automatically created when you create a new form, right? So that report, that is something we call it as, I'm sorry for the interruption, I'll just share my screen again. So is my screen and my voice is audible and visible to everyone? Yeah, thank you. Uh, shall I continue with wherever I stopped? Like we were into the example. So is it okay if I start from there, or do you want me to explain it from the beginning? All right. Okay. So yeah, let's get started with the example that we were discussing. So we were discussing about how effectively the report will visualize the data, right? So as I mentioned, this is the default report that will be automatically created when you create a new form in your application, right? Because once the data is added in a form, that will be visualized. I mean, you can view all those information only in the report. So it will be automatic. The report will be automatically created, and that report is something that we call it as the list report. So that is one type of report, which is the default report. Now here you can see, since we have taken a car service I mean car service center as an example, here you can see the list of data, the customer name, the pickup date, the service type, the delivery date, vehicle image, and the mechanic who has been assigned to that particular service. All that can be viewed at one single glance, right? So that is what can be visualized in the list report. All the information will be put together and you can view them. Whereas within the same report, you can also perform different customization. So, which is you can create different layouts within the form. So, before you can see all everything is combined and it is showing in the list format. Now, here you can see everything has been showing in the layout form. So, you can see which is in the card layout, right? So each and every information has been segregated together, and it has been put together is in a card layout, right? So you can see the customer name, their preferred service, and when it is picked up and when it is going out. All the information has been put together to visualize the data. And talking about the customization, so we have several customizations that can be done within the reports. So we have a quick view layout, quick view actions, quick view gestures for browser, mobile, and tablet. Now, what is quick view? So quick view is nothing but whatever the data that you see at one glance is going to be the quick view. The other way is whatever the data, so there will be let's say you have hundreds of records, and if you would like to view a particular record, that particular view is going to be the detail view, right? So if you are going to view all the record at one glance, it's going to be quick view. Whereas if you are going to choose one particular record and view that particular record within the report, that is going to be the detail view. Only one particular record details will be shown in the detail view. So you can do different customization for both the quick view and as well as the detail view. I'll also show you this in the live demo. So here again, you can see the quick representation for the quick view layout and the detail view layout. So this is what I was mentioning. So all these data will be shown at one glance. You can see three different datas at one glance, right? Whereas if I would like to view this single record in a detailed view, that's when I'll click on that particular record and the detail view will be opened, right? So these are the two difference for the quick view and the detail view. Now that we saw the visualization, now let us understand what are all the modifications that I can do inside my reports. So talking about the modification, we have report properties, which is the report general properties. We have searching, importing, exporting, bulk actions, duplicate records, and the delete records. So talking about the searching, so whenever you would like to search for a specific record, so you will have, let's say you will have like 400 or 500 records, and you cannot go and manually search for the record, right? So you can use the searching option and you can search those particular record with the help of searching. Importing, so whenever you would like to import any data from, let's say that I have stored a set of data in my spreadsheet or in my excel, so I would like to import those data inside my report. That is possible with the importing option. And exporting, when I would like to export the data that is present in my application, in my creator application, when I would like to export them, I can do that with the help of export option. And bulk action, so bulk action is nothing but instead of going and selecting each and every record to perform a set of action, you can select you can go ahead and select all the record at once, and you can do the different set of actions. So that is something comes under the bulk action. Then we have the duplicate record, so whenever you would like to duplicate a same record, that is possible. And deleting is also possible. Apart from that, we also have the filters, grouping, sorting. So filter is where whenever you would like to add any filter or you would like to set any criteria within your report, you can use the filters option. Grouping, so there might be if you would like to if you would like to group a set of related data together, on that case you can go with the grouping. Similarly, we also have the sorting option. So based on a particular record, you would like to sort the data, that is also possible. Then quick filters, custom filters, print or PDF. You can even print your report, and you can print them as a PDF, and you can have them it as a PDF. And quick filters, custom filters, all this should be configured within your report itself, right? And then we have the schedule request. So here this is again comes under the example that we have taken, which is the car service, right? So here whatever the picture that you are seeing here is the calendar report, right? So schedule request for a car service center, so we will be scheduling when it has come for the request and when it should leave to the customer, when we should deliver to the customer. So that is something can be done with the help of calendar report. So as you can see in this picture, you can see this Audi as came in for on Wednesday 4th, and it has delivered to the customer on Friday 6th of Friday, right? So you can view them over here. So for that you can use the calendar report. And assigning a mechanic, so there will be different cars will be coming up for the services, right? So and we will be having different mechanics who will be specialized in different types of issues, right? So on that case you can use the Kanban report. So this is the Kanban report UI, where you can assign the different mechanics based on the request, right? So you can see here, this is the Benjamin Ruiz is one mechanic's name, Billy is one mechanic, Daniel and the Dorothy. So all these four are different mechanics, and you can assign the mechanics within the report itself, or while adding the data you can assign the mechanic. And then we have the customer location. So for example, let's take the food delivery management, right? So whenever you're doing the online food delivery, you would require to deliver the food to customers place, right? So on that case we can use the map report, and you can view the customer you can view the customer's address in the map, and you can deliver it to them accordingly. And then we have so that's about how you will modify the information, modify the data in your record. Now let's analyze, let's talk about the analyzing the data. So you need to as a business owner, in your perspective you need to analyze the different set of data, right? So let's see how it can be analyzed. So to analyze, we have a specific report, which is pivot chart and pivot table. So with the help of pivot chart, again we have taken the car service as an example, where with the help of pivot chart I'm viewing the service details. So I'm going to view the I'm going to add, or I'm going to get the count for this particular year. And also I'll be seeing the total service count along with the on which month there was the highest service came in, and on which month there was the lowest. I can analyze them with the help of pivot chart. So here you can see in this picture, you can see below is the month I have defined, and over here I have defined the total service count. So I can see on Jan, it's the count is between the 500 to 600, and in the Feb you can see the count is to 400, and in March it's the 700, and in the April is the highest. So I can view, I can see the I can see the stats, right? So I can see on which I mean, based on this I can analyze, okay, for this month I'll get this amount of services. So I can analyze them. And also I can go deeper and I can analyze by based on the brand, which brands are coming in for the service. So in order to that I can also choose the different type of pivot chart. So before you can see it is in the graph, now you can see it is in the pie chart, right? So it's the donut chart. So here you can see we have defined the different set of cars along with their percentage. So how much I mean, what are all the brands that have majority came in for the service. So Audi is for 40%, and Toyota is 20%, Mini Cooper is 6.7, Jaguar is 6.7, Honda, Ford, BMW. I can go and analyze the brand as well. Even I can go deeper by model. So there in under Audi there will be different the different models, right? There will be A4, A5, A6. So I can go deeper by model, and I can analyze what which is the majority of the model came in for the service. So all this can be achieved with the help of pivot chart and tables. So and then we also have a spreadsheet report where I can use the report as exactly as spreadsheet. So in spreadsheet you will be directly adding all the data, right? The same can be done in your Zoho Creator application as well. If you have if you have created a spreadsheet report, you can directly go and edit, or you can directly add the data in your report itself, right? So this is one type of spreadsheet, report. And then pivot table. So here again, you can go ahead and create a separate pivot table within your report, where I can analyze the product details. So I can see product name, the total price, the quantity in stock, all that can be viewed. So let's quickly go to the demo, and we will try to understand the different types of reports by creating one by one. So again, I'll go to the platform. So right now I'm in the edit mode of the application. So as you guys know, you need to go to the add new. So from here, I'll be choosing I'll be choosing the report component. So these are the different components, right? So I'll be choosing the report. And from here, let's say I'll go with the Kanban. And here, based on which form, it will ask you based on which form that you would like to create this report. So I'm going to choose the form. It's going to be the job sheet form. And I'm going to group them based on the technicians. And I'm going to give a name saying assign tech. So basically, let me show you that particular form. Yeah. So over here you have different fields along with the technician name, the order number, and the installation date. Now whenever I would like to whenever I'd like to assign a technician to a particular job, I should be choosing the technician name, and I'll be giving the order number and the installation date. So what if let's say I have assigned a job to Bob, but Bob is on some sick leave, or he is on some emergency leave. On that case, I should be assigning that particular job to some other available technician, right? Instead of going to the form and editing them, I can easily do them within the report itself. So for that, I'm creating a Kanban report. So within the Kanban report, I can just simply drag and drop the respective record to a particular technician. So now I'll create this report, and we will try to access this in the live mode. Over here you can see, and another report is created. I'll click on the assign tech. Right now you can see I have three technicians dedicatedly working in this particular organization, who is Bob, Jane, and Mark. So so here you can see under Bob there are three jobs assigned, and under Jane it is 3, under Mark is 2. So now let's say that Jane is telling that I have so much jobs assigned. So so as a business owner, you are considering their request, and you are trying to assign this particular work to some other employee, right? So all you have to do is you just need to have this Kanban report creator, and you can just simply drag and drop this particular record to any respective technician, and that will be assigned to that particular technician, right? So it's very simple. Instead of going to that specific record and editing the technician name, you can do is, all you can do is, you just need to drag and drop the particular record to the different technician, right? So this is an easy way for you to assign the job, right? So this is about Kanban report. So this Kanban report will work based on the status that you have any inside your form. So since I had the I mean, since I have this particular, this particular field in the, yeah, so this particular field in the drop down, there are different set of data I have, right? So based on this particular data, I have created the Kanban report, right? So this is about Kanban. Now, I'll also try creating a calendar report. So for this, I'll go to the report again and I'll choose the calendar. And based on the, again, the job sheet is going to be for calendar, and the event title is going to be installation date. Event dates are the fields that I have in my the installation date is the field that I have in my job sheet form, right? So based on this, I'm going to create the calendar. So in order to create a calendar report, you need to have the date or date and time field inside your application. So here I'll give the name as job calendar. I'll click on the create report and our report is created. So I'll refresh it. I go here, can see all, I can see whatever the date that we have assigned. So whenever you have assigned any particular so this is, since this is in the December 2023, it will show you under the December 2023, right? So you can view them in the month wise or in the week wise, or you can also view them in the date wise. And also here you can choose the respective year, and you can go with the, and you can and I mean, you can choose the respective date and you can view the data. So on 8th December, I have a job assigned to Bob, so I can view them over here by just clicking here. It will take me to a detailed view along with the informations, technician name, order number, and the installation date, right? So by creating this job calendar, I can view on which date, I can directly go and view the dates, right? So I can see that this particular technician is busy on this particular date. So I can view the I can view their availabilities by checking the calendar, right? So this is about the calendar report. This is another type of report. The next I'm going to create is going to be the map report. So I'm going to create a map report for my order detail form. So here it is. I'll choose the order details, and based on the address field, again, whenever you are trying to use the create an map report, you need it's mandate to have the address field in your form. So I'll give a name, delivery location. I'll create the report. Now I'll go and access them in the line. So just you need to configure on which form, and and you need to give a name to that report, and then it will be created. So if I go to the order details, if I go to the delivery location, as you can see, all the icons are automatically taken. So when it comes to map report, you can view the report in three ways. One is basic, the other one is going to be the satellite, and the other one is going to be the street view. So you can see them over here: basic, satellite, and the street view. And also you can search for so right now here you can see the pin. So all these three customers are in the same location. I can click them and I can view all these information one by one, right? And I can search for a specific location. I can zoom in, zoom out. All that is possible with the help of map report, right? So it's again very easy for me to go ahead and view these information, I mean view the customer's location in the map, right? And if I'm using this application in the map, in the mobile phone, then it will be way more easier. It will help me to access the Google Maps within my mobile application itself, right? So this is about creating the map report. Now let's talk about the workflow part. So can I able to create a workflow in my report? Is it possible? Let's check it out. So here, I'll create a new form saying contact us form. So this is purely for the feedbacks. So whenever there is an issue with the product, or whenever it is not getting, it is not delivered, so all that issues uh, can be added in that particular form by the customers. So I'm going to create that form. I'll create it from scratch, and I'm going to say it as contact us. Create this form, and over here I'm going to add the name, the email, the phone number, and I'm going to add a single line saying issue, and a multi-line to capture the description and issue status. So for this I'm going to add a radio button. I'm going to say issue status, and in the radio button the options are going to be open, resolved, and on hold. And and now we have created a form, and we have name, email, phone number, issue description, and the issue status. So now I'll give done. So the next part is I'm going to create a report workflow. So how that is possible? I'll go to the report. Over here you can see the quick view and the detail view part, right? So under this you have the actions, right? So I'll just click on this particular action. Or the other way is you can go to the configure field for web, you can click on the add fields, and you can click on the add new button. So I can click on the add new button. It'll take me to the report workflow. So you can create a custom button within your report. So I'll show you how that is created. I'll say update status, and enable the action item is going to be on condition if the issue status is equal to open, and here it's going to be, you can also enable, you can say execute the workflow at once, or it can also be executed after confirmation. And here I'm going to say name the workflow, it's going to be I'll just say issue status. I'll create this workflow. There shouldn't be any special character or space, so now I'll click on the add new action. I'll go to the data access, and I'll say update record, and select a form is going to be the contact us form. Set criteria which record should be updated. Here I'm going to say specify criteria, or let's go with the current record. And here I'm going to say issue status is going to be resolved. So basically what I have done here is I have chosen the form, which form that you would like to update the record, and set criteria which record should be updated. So it's going to be the current criteria, or you can specify any criteria, and update fields, which field should get updated. So here is where I'll be telling issue status field should be updated to resolved. Right. So now I'll save this. I'll click done. And I'll click on the create. So now we have created a button called update status. So in order to view them, I'll go to the live mode. So I'll go the contact us form. I'll quickly add a info. The number is defective. The let's say TV that I have received is not working and it is damaged. So now this is going to be in the open status. I'll submit it now. If I go to the report, over here I can see all the information that I have that the user has, that the customer has updated, along with the update status. So if I click on this update status, this is the button that we have created, right? So if I click on it, the status will be turned to resolved. So again, I'll quickly show you. So if I add another data, for example, so right now you can see there is no status that we have given, right? So you can also go ahead and edit it. So if it is in the update, now it's, you can see update status is in open. Now once the status, once it is resolved, I can just click on this update status and the status will be changed to resolved. So this is again another quick workflow that I can perform within my report, right? So all you have to do is you just need to create a report workflow and you need to create them as a button, and that will be and by clicking on that particular button you can even perform any automation in the back end, or you can even update the status like how we did now, right? So this is basically how you will create a report workflow in your application. So and also we have a few more customization that can be done, right? So we have the quick view and the detail view. So you guys know, right, this is exactly the quick view. Let me go to the order details. So this is whatever the information that you're seeing right now is the quick view. If I click on this particular record, that's going to be the detail view. So there are different set of actions can be performed for both the quick view and the detail view. So the report workflow that we have created is in the quick view, right? So we have created the report workflow in the quick view, and even the layouts can be changed. So right now it's in this particular layout. So in case if you would like to change them, you can change them to different layout, right? And also you can even customize your layout as per your requirement. You can click on here and you can start customizing your layout. You can either go with these templates or you can go with the scratch. And detail view also, you can go with different layouts or custom layout. So we have this You can go with the canvas builder, so you can create your own customized view detailed view report for your application, right? And set of actions can be performed. And talking about the configure field for web, if you go here, you will have the different you can choose the field name, the display name. You can also display option. So all these display is nothing but you have the display field inside your report, right? So whatever the field name that you have given to your form, that will be displayed in your report. In case if you would like to change them, that can also be changed from here, and you can change to different field name. And the styles can also be configured. You can do different formatting within your let's say that you would like to highlight a particular data in your report. On that case, you can go with any of these format, or you can go with the custom, and you can click choose the particular record, or it can be all records, right? So you can go with the selected record, or you can go with the all record, and you can go ahead and highlight that particular data. So that's about the styling part. And then we have the open the report properties, right? So these are all the different properties that we were discussing about. You can filter the data, you can group the data, you can sort them, and also this is for the organized record. And under the user option, so user option is nothing but whenever a user is accessing your report and you would like to give them few set of edit actions, that comes under the user option. So they can see the quick filter, they can see the custom filter, they can see the print, they can print and take a PDF of your report. That can be all these three different options will be visible to your users of your application. And organize record, this will be the common where any of them can view them. So you can set a filter, you can group your data. So for example, let's say I'll go with the issue or the issue status. I'll add it. So if I go to the live mode, and if I go to the contact us report, so right now there is only one status, which is result, right? So if we have any other status, that will also be viewed over here. So it will group the data. So whatever the data comes under the result, it will have it over here, and whatever the data comes under the open, that will be shown over here. So for example, let's say yeah. So here you can see under open we have one record. So similarly, you can go ahead and group them. Even sorting is possible. In case if you wish to view only the let's say issue status you're adding, and you would like to view them, you would like to ascend. You would like to sort the order based on the ascending, descending, or you can even go with the custom order. That is possible. So based on your preference, you can ascend or descend the data. So here, since we have chosen the custom order, you can click here and you can customize the order based on your preference. So you can add the value. So let's say it's going to be open first, and on hold, and result. So the remaining records can be sorted based on the ascending or the descending. I'll save it. Again, you can see it will be in the it will be in the order whatever that you have customized, right? So this is about the different report properties that we have for the reports component. So with this, we have come to an end of this particular topic. So if you guys have any doubts, or if there is anything that you didn't understand, please do drop your questions in the question tab. My co-trainer will be happy to answer them. And if not, we can move on to our next topic, where we'll be understanding the other component, which is pages in Creator. Right. So I'll be on mute for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get started with our next topic. Right. Thank you, everyone. So I hope we have one question which will be answered by my co-trainer. In the meantime, is it okay if we can move on to our next topic, which is pages topic? Is it okay for you guys to move on to that next topic? All right. Thank you for that confirmation. Uh, yeah. And also, another confirmation. Could you please confirm if my voice is audible and if my screen is visible to everyone? Yeah. Thank you again. All right. Thanks for that quick confirmation. We'll get started now. So I need a quick